Here began the first story of the man who thought himself a god. Before Rome, before the pyramids touched the skies of Egypt, there was Sumer, a land of kings, gods, and legends. But hidden among the sands of forgotten time lies the story of a man who dared to challenge the heavens themselves and lost everything. This is the story of Lugalzagesi, the last king of free Sumer. In an era where violence was the only language and the destruction of cities was a daily headline, Lugalzagesi was born. He was no prince, no heir to a throne. He was merely an ordinary man from the city-state of Umma, a small city drowning in endless conflicts. Sumer, the cradle of civilization, was torn apart by civil wars. City after city, vying for supremacy, leaving behind ruin and despair. The world yearned for order, and Lugalzagesi was the man who would bring it. With his strategic brilliance, his exceptional ability to forge alliances, and an unyielding force of will, Lugalzagesi began his ascent. He was not just a warrior, but a leader who saw beyond the next battle. Uruk, Eridu, each fell before his unstoppable march. He crowned himself king of the four corners of the world, and for a moment, he truly was. He united Sumer for the first time in its history, a dream no one had dared to achieve before him. Under Lugalzagesi's rule, Sumer flourished. Trade boomed, and temples rose higher into the sky, touching the clouds. Lugalzagesi believed he was blessed by the gods, chosen to rule not just men, but fate itself. But in Sumer, pride was a dangerous game. Lugalzagesi began to see himself not merely as an instrument of the gods, but as their equal. He ignored prophecies that warned against arrogance, and even challenged the god Enlil himself, the god of wind and storm, who was believed to grant kings their authority. It is said that in his grandest temple, he once shattered a sacred tablet bearing Enlil's name, declaring his own will supreme. In his euphoria of victory, he forgot that his power was derived from them. He dared to defy their celestial order, believing his human might surpass any divine power. He did not realize that the gods do not forgive hubris, and that the storm was about to strike. From the desolate northern deserts, a new force stirred. A man named Sargon, a soldier with a vision greater than any king. He was not a king by birthright, but a self-made man, driven by boundless ambition. Sargon, claiming divine mandate from the god Ishtar, presented his conquest not as mere war, but as a righteous crusade to restore cosmic order against Lugalzagesi's blasphemy. Lugalzagesi had built an empire in years, but Sargon crushed it in mere months. In a single, brutal, and swift campaign, Sargon annihilated Lugalzagesi's exhausted armies. There was no time for resistance, no chance for retreat. He paraded the defeated king in chains through the holy city of Nippur, a living symbol of hubris destroyed. It was a sight no one in Sumer would forget, a harsh reminder that no one, not even kings, can defy the gods with impunity. Today, Lugalzagesi is remembered not just for his defeat, but for his dream. He was the first man to envision a unified Sumer. His ambition, which led to his downfall, was also the spark that ignited the future. Without his ambition, there would have been no Akkadian Empire, no great kings to come after him, who built upon his vision of unity. In the story of humanity, even fallen kings leave footprints that echo through time, shaping the course of history forever.